The star Betelgeuse is so large that if you swapped it with the Sun, it would engulf the orbit of Mars and extend all the way through the asteroid belt. No need to panic, but at 700 light-years, it's the closest star to the Sun that will end its life in a supernova explosion. Neil deGrasse Tyson mentioned Betelgeuse, one of the brightest stars in the night sky, has a beautiful orange-red color. It's also known for its variability, meaning its brightness can change over time. In fact, Betelgeuse can sometimes become so bright that it rivals even the brightest stars in the sky, reaching a magnitude of almost 0.0. It has been said that Betelgeuse has exploded, and we are in for a great, terrifying experience, but is this really true? Let's look into the current situation of this beautiful sun-like structure. It is essential to know that the brightness of a star can vary greatly. Take for instance Rigel and Aldebaran. These are two stars that can have vastly different levels of brightness. At its brightest, Aldebaran can be as bright as Rigel, but at its dimmest, it can be comparable to Aldebaran. This variation in brightness is due to a number of factors including the star's size, temperature, and distance from Earth. The period in question lasted for a little over 5 years and was characterized by significant challenges and difficulties. Some of the other variants include Bellatrix, Betelgeuse, and Betelgeuse. It's fascinating how the same celestial object can have multiple names and spellings. The origin of the word can be traced back to the Arabic language. According to scholars, the do ending is considered the most appropriate for the given context. However, as Arabic is not my area of expertise, I am unable to provide any further insights on the matter. Betelgeuse is a red supergiant star located in the constellation Orion, approximately 6,425 light-years away from Earth. Its distance from us makes it one of the most studied and fascinating stars in the night sky. The Hipparcos astrometric satellite has provided us with valuable information about the distance of celestial objects. Based on its data, it has been determined that the distance to this particular object is approximately 430 light-years away. This information helps us better understand the vastness of our universe and the incredible distances between celestial bodies. Betelgeuse is just roughly 10 million years old, while the Sun is 4.6 billion years old. Betelgeuse, despite being significantly younger, is a fully developed star. Without a doubt, a supernova explosion a few tens of light-years from Earth would have very devastating repercussions. A truly massive explosion can produce light equivalent to a whole galaxy, so if one of our close neighbors like Alpha Centauri decided to act in this manner, we couldn't ignore it. It wouldn't matter if it shone as brightly as the moon because it would be bathing us in radiation of all kinds. Since 1604, we have not observed a supernova in our galaxy. Nevertheless, in 1987, one erupted in a large cloud of Magellan with effects that could be clearly seen even at a distance of 169,000 light-years. G220 plus 1.8 supernova remnants are the remnants left behind when stars explode as supernovae. This one is an uncommon variety with a lot of oxygen. Although there was no risk, it is fortunate that the large cloud is so far away. The danger zone around a typical supernova is an interesting concept to work with now. It would be somewhere around 100 light-years. But as I am a selenographer rather than an astrophysicist, I could very well have estimated it incorrectly. Alpha Centauri is still within range, whereas Betelgeuse would be out of range. In any event, it seems safe to state that Betelgeuse's explosion is unlikely for now. All this still doesn't answer the most important question: has Betelgeuse really exploded? The red supergiant star that is closest to Earth is Betelgeuse. It will eventually explode, but when? Betelgeuse started dimming substantially in late 2019, which caused excitement all around the world. Some people thought the major event was about to happen because of the peculiar Betelgeuse dimming. However, Betelgeuse has not yet erupted. Since then, this prominent star in Orion's Hunter constellation has recovered brightness, dimmed, brightened, and appears to be now transitioning back to a less active condition. However, it is obvious that more dimming could occur at any time. The Hunter's right shoulder is easily distinguished since it is marked by the second brightest star in Orion, Betelgeuse. It radiates a crimson tinge and is well located for viewing in the first few months of every year in the evening sky. Astronomers have determined, after examining data from NASA's Hubble Space Telescope and a number of other observatories, that the bright red supergiant star Betelgeuse physically blew its top in 2019. Betelgeuse created a massive surface mass ejection, SME, and lost a significant portion of its visible surface. This behavior in a star has never before been observed. A coronal mass ejection, CME, which occurs frequently on our Sun, is a process where a portion of the Sun's flimsy outer atmosphere, the corona, is blown away. However, Betelgeuse ejected 400 billion times more mass than an average CME. Therefore, it appears that a cloud of hot gas that the star released and temporarily covered some of the star's light was what produced the odd darkening of Betelgeuse. Although some estimates place it farther away, Betelgeuse may be as nearby as 724 light-years from Earth. Determining the distances of red supergiant stars like Betelgeuse is a challenging subject in astronomy. Despite being far away, Betelgeuse is one of the brightest stars in the sky due to its inherent brilliance. It is around 100,000 times brighter than the Sun. Such brilliance has a cost because Betelgeuse's immense energy soon depletes its fuel, hastening the end of its existence. The star will eventually run out of fuel, collapse under its own weight, and then explode spectacularly as a supernova. Betelgeuse will then become extremely bright for a few weeks or months, maybe matching the brightness of the full moon and becoming visible in the daytime. Why did Betelgeuse become dimmer in 2019? The Betelgeuse star experienced alterations in late 2019, becoming notably dimmer. Its apparent magnitude went from 0.5 to 1.7 early in 2020. The red supergiant began to restore its brightness, putting an end to this decline. Some individuals believed that the star might be set to erupt as a result of this unexplained occurrence. The VLT was utilized by astronomer Miguel Montargis and his team to determine why this occurred with Betelgeuse. They claim there are two explanations for this. The enormous convective cells of the star produced hot and cold areas on its surface, which was the first explanation. The huge dimming episode was also caused by a cloud of dust that obscured the starlight from our perspective. This cloud was also created by Betelgeuse. It is still unclear exactly when Betelgeuse will erupt. On the other hand, the supernova explosion would be visible on Earth even during the daytime because it is rather close to us in terms of stellar distance. Fortunately, because Earth is more than 500 light-years away, this massive explosion of matter won't have any impact on us. Astrophysicists estimate that for a supernova to have any impact on Earth, it would need to be about 50 light-years away.